Hello and welcome back to the Lego Night. Today this is going to be Bricktalk episode 8. And by the way, I've scrapped all those bits in the middle of me showing you different other Lego bits because I've practically have nothing left to show. But without further ado, let's get into the first set, which is the Mandalorian and Grogu's speeder bike. Here it is, the Mandalorian and Grogu's speeder bike. To be honest, it looks kind of underwhelming considering what you probably thought it was. What else could you expect? They've already made one of these in that the Tusken Raiders house. I had that, but then it broke like practically all of my sets. But there's not really much to say about this set. You have your Mando. I hope it's the UCS version. You have your Grogu. I don't know how much it's gonna retail for. Probably $15 in today's Lego economy. But yeah, small, cool. If you want a speeder bike, probably buy this. But yeah, not much to say about it. And yeah, let's get back to you in the studio. Now that set was pretty cool, but also pretty tiny. I think I'm gonna be getting that set. But I don't know if I can say the same for this next set. The biggest set we're talking about today, it's, I believe, the Ambush on Mandalore Battle Pack. Here it is, the Ambush on Mandalore Battle Pack? Yeah, I genuinely have no clue what it's called. Sorry if I said before that I knew what it was called. I actually have no clue. If the camera isn't shifting around, you can see the minifigures are your 332nd troopers, and these amazing Mandalorians, bro. What else to call them besides Maul Mandalorians? Sorry if I'm using my Gen Alpha slang. But anyway, as you can see, it's a little cart thingy? I don't know, but it has a little cannon on the top. It can hold one person. Now, as you can see up top, there's another one flying up in the air. And the 332nds have like the most lame thing. They have like a tiny barricade shooting out like a tiny bullet. But yeah, pretty cool. This is awesome. I'm gonna get it. I might not. Who knows? But yeah. Anyway, that's all for this set. But back to you, both of us in the studio. Now that set I might be actually picking up. Now we're going from the biggest set to the smallest set we're going to be talking about today. And this one is called the TIE Advanced Microfighter, or Polybag Microfighter, whatever you call it. But without further ado, let's see that. So here it is, the TIE Advanced. Now, don't mind the pause button on the screen. I was just, I don't really know what happened. I think I was in a rush to get the photo. But anyway, as you can see, if you can see it because it's a very tiny photo, it's the clearest out of all of them, which is good. And yeah, it's just a tiny microfighter with not very much to it, but about as good as you can get for a polybag microfighter. All its different tiny gray stuff and black stuff. But yeah, it's a cool TIE Advanced, first mini one ever, I believe. And yeah, without further ado, let's get back to you in the studio. Once again, I apologize for having the pause button on that screen. I was just in such a rush to get that photo that I didn't know what I was doing. I don't think I'm going to be picking that one up, to be honest. But once again, I don't think I can say the same for the next one. This is, I think, is my second favorite, don't ask why. And it's the Cobb Vanth versus Cad Bane speeder bike chase. So, yeah, here it is. The Cobb Vanth versus Cad Bane speeder chase, whatever it's called. Anyway, there's Cad Bane, Cobb Vanth, two very tiny speeder bikes. One kind of nice, slim, and yellow, that's Cad Bane's. And one kind of more, I don't know, outsider vibes for Cobb Vanth. And yeah, I think it was going to be kind of cool to just room those around or whatever. cool minifigs. I think this might be the first time they've ever made Cobb Vanth, like the new Cad Bane. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I like the speeders and how it's just a nice, small, compact set with everything you could want from a speeder bike. So yeah, once again, back to you in the studio. This next set is the most childish, but also looks pretty awesome, and I might be getting it. I think it's called Grogu's Playground, but I don't know, and you can't tell in the image because it's blurry-ish. But without further ado, let's see this image. So why I said this was childish was because, as you can see, if you can see, it's a full plus set. Now, it has a nice tiny baby Yoda, a frog, and a cute little pot. There's not really much to it, but there's also a lot to it. Like, I like how they have this little blue cookies. By the way, this baby Yoda is adorable. There's nothing better you can want from a tiny baby Yoda. But yeah, gotta love the frogs and oh, there's a little launcher the frog's sitting on. Sorry, this is like my first time actually investigating the picture. But yeah, you can like fling the frog at Grogu or into Grogu's mouth or whatever. There's a pot up the back. And yeah, this just seems like an overall pretty cool set. I think I might be getting this one. But without further ado, once again, back to you in the studio. Now for the final set of today. I think it's my favorite, but I don't know why. It has one minifigure, and it's the Shock Trooper mech. So here's the Shock Trooper mech. Now, you can see the Shock Trooper, I think. Now, you cannot actually see the top of the mech. I'm very sorry about that. The image just wouldn't fit. But it's just the tiny Shock Trooper's head sticking out. So just imagine that. I think this is like the first clone trooper mech they've ever made, if I believe. Very creative doing a Shock Trooper. Like I think I said before, this is my favorite one. I don't know why, but I didn't spend $40 on that battle pack with a Shock Trooper. So just another way to get a new one to add to my like 8 through 30 seconds and 3 phase 1 clone troopers. Wonderful. I love all the red detailing, the big blaster gun, and yeah, I really hope to pick this one up soon. Oh, by the way, I think the background is like spoiler alert, the end of the Clone Wars where Ahsoka's fighting Maul. But anyway, yeah, the set is pretty awesome, and I hope to pick it up. But without further ado, once again, back to you in the studio. Now, all the sets we've done today are pretty cool. You can have your own opinion. That's what I think, sort of. But yeah, that's all for the LEGO Night today. But like I always say, tune in for the next LEGO Night video. LEGO Night out.